Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
I am Mavis Thompson, licensed collector for the city of St. Louis, and I want to welcome you to our fifth annual Senior Symposium. All right. Give it up, give it up, give it up. And I see my executive administrative assistant. She's walking around. I want her to come to the front and wave to everybody because I'm just the face of this thing. She's the worker bee. Come on up, Alnita Hopkins. Come on up. Give her a hand, you guys. Give her a hand. Give her a hand. All righty. So just stand here and wave to everybody. Again, the worker bee, Alnita Hopkins.
Thank you.
And so we always start out with a prayer, and I'm going to ask Deacon Kinslow Scales from the Mount Harold Missionary Baptist Church to come and start us out with a prayer. Is that okay with everyone? All right.
Good morning. We just ask all gentlemen to please remove your hats, please. This morning, most gracious and holy Father, we say thank you, Lord. Thank you for allowing us to attend this forum, Heavenly Father. May be knowledgeable, may be informative. Continue to bless each and every one that are here and those that might be on their way. Heavenly Father, we ask that you bless the coordinators of this event. Continue to keep your loving arms around them. Thank you for all that you do and that you're going to do. These are the blessings we ask in our darling Son, Christ Jesus' name. Amen.
Good morning. Let me first just say, Mavis Thompson, thank you very much for putting this together. You know, things get done when people are in the room together. They start talking, they start renewing old acquaintances, they just start communicating. So Mavis, thank you very much. Let's give her a round of applause. Guys, I appreciate you all taking your time to come out this morning. I think this is going to be an excellent program. Again, Mavis, you have done a wonderful job of putting everything together. If I could, I would just like to just say something that may affect some folks here in the office or here in the room. If anybody is behind on their water bills, think about it. If you're behind on your water bills, there is a program that is available right now, and it's being utilized by the Collector of Revenue's office, where there is a one-time $500 service fee that can be attributed to your water bill to help you get up to a point in your water bill that you will be able to afford. Please give this some thought, and if by chance you're thinking about it and maybe you don't qualify for the $500, but everybody's going to qualify. Everybody's going to qualify for this. But if by chance you don't, please think about calling the office and getting on a contract. You know, these are things that we offer as the Collector of Revenue's office. We offer contracts where, things happen. Things happen. People get behind on things. And being in the collection business, I understand that. But we have to know what your circumstances are. We have to understand what you're going through so that we can put something together for you to get you back on track. So please give it some thought. And this is something that I think is it's good for about another, well, until it goes away. And we have got $850,000 left to distribute. So please give this some thought. One other thing I'll leave you with, we have a program called RETAP. It's the Real Estate Tax Assistance Fund. If by chance you own your own property, you don't have a mortgage, but you find yourself behind on paying taxes, and Our office, what we do is if you're behind 3 years, then what we, as the collector of revenue, can take you to court and take your property away from you. Don't, don't let that happen. Just don't. That is one of the roughest things that I, as the collector of revenue, have the, have the, that happens in my office. It's, it's not worth it. $2,500, $3,000, you lose your home, your house that you've been in for 20, 25, 30 years. It's not worth it. Please, we are in, we are in cooperation with legal services, Park Central. So these are things that if by chance you find yourself in a situation like that, there is help available. It's called RETAF, Real Estate Tax Assistance Fund. Folks, it's there for you. Use it. If by chance you know somebody in your neighborhood that is in that kind of a situation, let them know. We all know what happens when we have a vacant house on the block. We all know what that can do to a community and a neighborhood. Let's not let that happen. Utilize these programs. I'm going to be here. Don't hesitate. I'll be right over here at this table for a while. If you need some information, I'll be more than glad to help. Again, Mavis, thank you very much for everything you do for the community. This is a good example of what this woman does as the license collector for the city of St. Louis. Thank you very much, everybody.
Gregory FX Daly. All righty. And so, Kelly, why don't you come on up? This is Kelly Simmons. She's the manager of the Christie, this banquet facility that you're in right now. Come on up and welcome everybody.
Hello, everyone. I would like to welcome everyone to the Christie. Like she said, my name is Kelly Simons. I'm the owner of the Christie Banquet Center. We thoroughly enjoy having you all here. We have a delicious lunch for you today. If you ever need anything, give us a call. We do offer discounts to senior citizens, so please, we love our senior citizens. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Kelly. And now the moment that we've all been waiting for, the introduction of the mistress of ceremonies, none other than the Honorable Reverend Mary Tillman, your radio angel. Let's give it up for our mistress of ceremonies, Reverend Tillman.
I want to thank Mavis for asking me to be your mistress of ceremony again this year. It's been a joy being retired from the radio station. I miss it, but it's a good miss. I don't have to get up at 4:30 on Sunday morning anymore. Whoop, whoop. So now, our first presenter is Jamie Saunders. She's with the St. Louis Area Agency on Aging, and I know she's got some really good information. So let's give her a round of applause, and let's welcome all of our presenters with a round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? All right. My name is Jamie Saunders Anglin. I got married since the last time we were here. And I'm the Community Programs Manager for the St. Louis Area Agency on Aging. How many know about SLAE? All right, all right. We have senior centers throughout the city. I was supposed to have a PowerPoint, but I'm gonna be under 15 minutes. Technical difficulty, that's fine. I'm good. So how many are familiar with our senior centers? We have Southside Wellness. All right, we have City Seniors. All right, we have 5 Star. We have the St. Louis Activity Center. Where are they? And Monarch Immigrant Services. I'm used to calling it Bias, but they got a new name change. Did I miss anyone? Robert Fulton. Robert Fulton is on the north side. And Wesley House on Maffitt. Did I get everybody? North side. How could I forget north side? Oh, I'm so I know them north side folks because they used to McCormick. All right, McCormick House. Okay. I see you. Well, we serve older adults, 60 years of age and older, in the city of St. Louis. And we also serve persons with a disability, 18 to 59. So the services we provide are case management. We provide under the case management, we also do the circuit breakers. How many got their circuit breaker completed with SLAY? Just a few of us? All right. So we do a lot of advocacy as well on the behalf of older adults through our silver-haired legislators. Any silver hairs in the house? So our silver-haired legislator just went to Jefferson City to select their 5 proposed bills for the 2026 year coming up. So if you're interested in volunteering to be a silver-haired legislator, I will be around. Most people know us for our home-delivered meals. We serve a lot of meals throughout the city of St. Louis. So if you're in need of a meal for a lunch meal 5 days a week, please give us a call. I think Elnita has our brochures in the back waiting for you as well. Homebound, you have to be homebound to receive our home delivered meals.
Repeat the question.
She asked, can anybody receive the meals? We encourage those who are able to get out and get on and use their transportation that we have available at our senior centers to come out and join us for congregate meals. One of the programs I coordinate is the Senior Medicare Patrol. How many of you all have been to a scamboree? Yes, all right. We have those coming up in 2026. It's an educational program where I go out and tell seniors how to protect themselves from scammers, how to report scams, and how to detect fraud. So seniors are always preyed on by scammers, either it be buying a house or selling something, or they always ask for your social security or your Medicare card number. So don't give that information out to anyone unless you can verify that they're from that agency. All right. Any questions? If you have any questions, I'll be here to answer those for the rest of the day. And I stayed under my 15 minutes.
Yes, she did an excellent job. All right, no, well, that's good information to know. St. Louis area Agency on Aging. And now we have Ms. Wilma Schmitz, uh, Regional Liaison and Trainer from the Missouri SHIP, State Health Insurance Assistance Program for the St. Louis region. Let's show her a lot of love.
Thank you.
You are more than welcome. Look at that smile.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I remember when years ago I used to do a segment on Channel 5 News called Aging Concerns, and I had to be at the studio at 6 o'clock in the morning, fully makeup.
Yeah.
I understand. I don't miss those days. Good morning. I hope everyone is doing well. Let me see hands. How many of you are on Medicare? Okay. Medicare, and that's the organization I represent. We are the Missouri State Health Insurance Assistance Program, better known as Missouri SHIP. Can't say SHIP too quickly because it comes out a different way. Okay? All right. Just wanted to make sure you were up. What we do is we are counselors. We are not insurance agents. We do not sell insurance. And in fact, our volunteers cannot be insurance agents. We are trained by Medicare to help people with their Medicare choices. So, one of the things that's happening right now is open enrollment. Open enrollment is where if you have Medicare Part D, the drug program, or if you have Medicare Advantage, this is your opportunity to look to see if there's a plan that's going to be better for you in 2026. Now, one of the things that I want everybody to hear me. Your insurance company sent you a letter that says whether or not your plan is going to be still in effect in 2026. If you got a letter that says that your plan is going to go out of existence, you have to choose another plan. If you don't, on January 1st, you will not have drug coverage. You will be responsible for 20% of your Medicare bills, and 20% is a lot of money. Okay? We are here. We'll be here all day today, and we also partner with St. Louis Area Agency on Aging and other agencies. We are here to help you look at the various plans that are available. If you need transportation to see your doctor, there are plans that are available to you if you have Medicare and Medicaid. Medicare is very complicated. Okay? But there are also programs to help you pay for your Part B. And Part B this year was $185. The federal government is shut down, but they're going to announce that Part B premiums for next year is going to be over $200. Okay? So there are programs to help you pay for your Part B premium. Who can't use $200 in their monthly Social Security check? You want that back, okay? So in the back, there are a couple of our counselors that can give you brochures. We have calendars. So if you'd like to have a Medicare calendar, they're beautiful calendars, no cost, and come and see us. We're right next to Family Care Health Centers, and they are also partners with us. So please come and see us, talk with us, but don't bury your head in the sand and say, "Oh, I'm happy with my plan." Your plan may not be there to help you. So have a great day. Enjoy the day. Thank you for inviting us, and we're happy to be here. Thank you.
Wilma. Thank you, Wilma. Very, very good information. I got my insurance letter. Now, if you say you didn't get yours, go back and check your mail. They are out. Have you seen the Medicare commercials on TV? And we're going to be overloaded with those, so just bear with them because this is the season. And right now, well, I'm going to bring up one of my favorite young people. He's full of information. He's a native of St. Louis. I could talk a little bit about him because he's doing such a great job in the city of St. Louis. He's the CEO of Greater Health Pharmacy and Wellness, and I'm talking about none other than young Dr. Marcus Howard, if he will come at this time. Over on Delmar, y'all, you know where to go.
Now, I don't know how young I am, but I do appreciate that. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My name is Dr. Marcus Howard, and I am the founder and CEO of a pharmacy company called Greater Health Pharmacy and Wellness. When I say greater, I want everybody to say health, greater,
Health,
greater.
health,
When I say greater, I want you to say health, greater,
health,
greater.
health.
No matter what age you are, health is extremely important. In 2021, there were a lot of things happening in St. Louis, including what's happening now. How many of you all have heard of Walgreens closing? Raise your hand if you heard about Walgreens closing in your neighborhoods, CVS closing in your neighborhoods. That is a major problem in the St. Louis community because pharmacies, what a lot of people don't know, is after you leave the doctor's office, your pharmacy is probably one of the most important healthcare providers in your life. On average, somebody sees a doctor one time a year. On average, everybody sees a pharmacist 8 times a year. That is how important a pharmacy is to your community, no matter what age you are. And so what I wanted to talk to you all about today is not necessarily selling the services of Greater Health Pharmacy, but to talk to you all about what a pharmacy should be providing if you are on Medicare and Medicaid, if you have Medicare and Medicaid coverage. Just a few weeks ago, but I do want to give a little bit of credibility to our organization. Just a few weeks ago, we were awarded by the city of St. Louis Business of the Year. And we were the only business that the only pharmacy that has been awarded Business of the Year in the city of St. Louis because we understand two things. Can I pick this up? Okay. It's a little heavy. Yeah, I got a little bit. And one of the reasons why we were able to win Business of the Year, because it was one thing that we understood about the health of our community. We understood that a pharmacy needs to be convenient and a pharmacy needs to be collaborative. So with our pharmacy, how many of you all currently drive to pick up your medication? All right. So one of the things that we wanted to do when we opened up in 2021 is we wanted to make pharmacy convenient. So what we did was we created a delivery system that is able to deliver everybody who comes to the pharmacy their medication directly to their door, either same day or next day for free. One of the things we wanted to make sure was that one of the biggest barriers to staying healthy is actually being able to go and get your medication. And so if we deliver it right to your door at no cost, it increases the likelihood of you staying on your regimen and staying healthy, and it increases the likelihood of over 70% of you becoming healthy with the chronic condition that you have. So if you don't have a pharmacy that delivers directly to your door at no cost, you might want to think about looking and talking to Greater Health Pharmacy and Wellness. Again, that is a service that you should be provided because you do have Medicare, because you do have Medicaid. Another one of the things that we do at Greater Health Pharmacy and Wellness is we collaborate. So one of the things we want to make sure is that everybody is talking to their pharmacist. How many of you all have a really good relationship and actually hold a conversation with your pharmacist? A few. With Greater Health Pharmacy and Wellness, we make sure that you get a monthly phone call and at least an hour with a licensed pharmacist about your medication and about your health care. One of the things that's very important is that your doctor is not the expert in understanding medication. Your doctor understands your chronic condition, they diagnose you, but then the next expert about what you should be taking, why you should be taking it, is your pharmacist. And that is who you should be talking to on a monthly basis about side effects, about what medications you're on, how they affect your body, what you should be eating, how you should be exercising. These are all things that you should be asking your pharmacist about. And what we do know is a lot of pharmacies, you go in, you get your medication, and you leave. That's all. But that's not enough. That's not enough no matter who you are. That's not enough to understand what medications you're taking. It's not enough to understand your premiums and and how much things cost and how long you have to take the medication. And again, one of the things we want to make sure is that if there's something that you don't need to be on for the rest of your life, what are the things that you need to do on a monthly basis to get healthier so you're not on too many medications? And so those are some of the things that are very important when it comes to a pharmacy. And so your pharmacist, just remember, is a trusted partner of your healthcare journey after you leave the doctor's office. One of the other things that our pharmacy does that no other pharmacy does is we take your health seriously. So quite recently, a few years ago, we partnered with the organization called Operation Food Search. Raise your hand if you've heard of Operation Food Search. A lot of people in here, great. So what we do with Operation Food Search is, along with your medication, we also send you free fruits and vegetables and low sodium, low fat, and low sugar foods to get you introduced to a healthier diet. Because one of the things we know is that just taking medication will not make you healthier. It takes a healthy diet and an active lifestyle along with taking your medication to make sure that you stay healthy. And so everybody who gets medication with us, you get a free bag of free fruits and vegetables so that you're introduced, so you're eating apples, so you're eating oranges, so you're eating strawberries, so you're eating cabbage. How many of you all cook in here? How many cooks? Any cooks in here? That's extra food for your menu throughout the week, throughout the month. And so overall, what we just want to convey to you all is that we're here in our community as a resource. We're here to deliver right to your door if you need a pharmacy that makes it more convenient so you can stay healthy. We're here if you need to call us to be a trusted pharmacy partner. If you got questions, how many of you all have questions about what you're taking and why you're taking it? Yeah, I don't see a lot of hands, but I see a lot of heads shaking. I hear a lot of right? You always want to have a pharmacy that you're able to call at any time and say, hey, why am I taking this ibuprofen? Hey, what's in this prednisone? Hey, why do I have to take this amlodipine? You know, those are all things. How do I naturally lower my cholesterol? Right? How do I naturally stop taking too much sugar in? These are all of the things that your pharmacy should be responsible for. And that is what we want to do in the St. Louis community, is reimagine your healthcare experience. When you've left the doctor, you all should have a trusted healthcare professional with you alongside as you're on your journey to healthcare, a healthier lifestyle. And so I will be here for the rest of the day, and and we'll have flyers so that you all can see services, the things that we provide. And I would love to talk to a lot of you all about the pharmacy that you use, the services that you provide, and see if there could be a better pharmacy experience for you all so that everybody stays on a healthier journey and lifestyle. Thank you all so much.
you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Howard. Now, in case you don't know where the pharmacy is, the address is 5503 Delmar, Suite B as in boy. You know where the old St. Luke's Hospital on Delmar. Everybody know where Delmar is, right? All right. All right. That's where they are. And it's a beautiful facility. You need to go by and check it out. Even if you don't want to use the services right now, go by and check it out and let them know you were at this forum and you came by to see and spread the word about this. Can you imagine free fruits and vegetables and free delivery to your house for your medicine? Those are two blessings that you can save on gas and time. Thank you. Let's give Dr. Howard another round of applause. Do you have any questions for the presenters that have been up so far? If you do, I need you to raise your hand. I see one hand over here. Now, don't ask 2 or 3 questions, just one.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Repeat the question.
The question was, how do you, if you're at a different pharmacy, how do you transfer from your pharmacy to our pharmacy? It literally takes 2 minutes. So you can either, I'm going to give everybody a flyer, and on that flyer is a number, and you'll be able to call that number, and we'll just ask for your name, your date of birth, your phone number, and the current pharmacy, and we do the rest of the work. We call your pharmacy. We get everything electronically transferred over. We call your doctor to make sure all of the medications are at our pharmacy, and we then start delivering it to you with free delivery. And so it is that simple. It literally takes 2 minutes. You can also go on our website at greaterhealthpharmacy.com, click on transfer prescription, and it'll ask you to fill out 4 questions, the same questions that you would say over the phone, and you press submit, and you'll be able to, and we would take that information, call your pharmacy, and transfer it over. So it takes 2 minutes to transfer from your pharmacy to our pharmacy. Great question.
Wow, now that's instant service. Yes, ma'am. Is it for Dr. Howard? Okay.
Yeah, so the question was, Jardiance is very expensive. And just for any expensive drug, do we have opportunities to reduce the cost? So we have 2 options. So we partnered with a local church called Central Baptist Church, and they've created a community a fund for people who need their medication taken care of as far as reducing the cost. And so that's just not for our pharmacy. That's a citywide fund that they have created for anybody that uses any pharmacy who has an expensive medication like Jardiance to use. We currently we have something called a Greater Health Plan, and for those who do not have insurance or who are underinsured, we significantly reduce the cost of the medication. Yeah, there are some, and you gotta. So, I'll. Okay. I'll get you.
Okay. Anyone that is on Medicare that is taking Jardiance or 10 other expensive medications, the federal government has negotiated the price of those medications, and so there is a cap to those medications, and we will be happy to discuss it with you. That includes 5 different medications that cover diabetes. There's 1 or 2 for heart failure. So there is help, just like there is help and with the reduced cost of insulin. Insulin is now $35 per month per prescription if you have Medicare. Okay, so come and talk to us. We'll all be here for a while, and we'll be able to help people understand what changes are going to happen in 2026.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And now, guess what? Let's give them a round of applause for answering. At this time, we're going to call for Miss Pinky Hunter, Public Benefits Specialist, and Mr. Patrick Summers, Staff Attorney, Public Benefits Program, and they are with the Legal Services of Eastern Missouri. That's us. We're on the eastern end of the state. Let's give both of them a great big warm welcome.
Thank you, Reverend Tillman. Like Ms. Tillman said, my name is Pinky Hunter. I'm a senior public benefits specialist with Legal Services of Eastern Missouri. Legal Service is the local legal agency. We provide civil legal services to low-income individuals free of charge. We have a immigrations unit, a public benefits unit. We have a housing unit, uh, a myriad of programs to help people, to help the unserved and underserved of Missouri. Pat and I are here to talk about Medicaid and food stamps or the SNAP program. Unfortunately, we don't have good news like Wilmer, Dr. Harris, Howard, I apologize. Unfortunately, the news is not good. I'm going to use my cell phone, so uh, give me a second. So let's talk about the impacts. I'm going to talk about Medicaid. Let's talk about the impact of the big, beautiful bill, or what we refer to as HR 1, and how it affects Medicaid. So if I say HR 1, know that I'm talking about the big, beautiful bill. So HR 1, it's going to be the largest cuts in Medicaid and food stamps or SNAP that we've ever seen. I'm 55, so it's going to be the largest cuts that I've seen in my lifetime, and I've been doing this work over 20 years. There's going to be almost $1 trillion in federal Medicaid cuts. And I know I hate giving bad news, so I apologize. And
Pinky, get their attention, please.
okay, I need everybody's attention. Please. I know it's not good news, and I know you want to discuss it with your neighbor, but I need to get through this. Not only is this the largest, are these the largest cuts federally, but the state of Missouri could also decide to cut more than what the federal government is saying needs to be cut. So, as we all know, with these cuts, the uninsured rate of people without insurance is going to go all the way up. People on Medicaid and on the marketplace or the Affordable Care Act, we're expecting 10 million people to get cut and become uninsured. And if people lose the premium tax credits associated with the marketplace, that's going to go up to 14 million people. In Missouri, we're looking at an estimate 216,000 people who are going to lose their coverage in the Medicaid program and the marketplace. And here's the thing, as we all know, these federal cuts, this federal money that we were getting for Medicaid in the marketplace, since we're going to have a big cut, that money's going to have to come from somewhere else, right? So that's going to probably be, it could be cuts into Medicaid when it comes to dental services, hearing aids, prescription drug costs, reimbursement costs to doctors and pharmacists. So, like I said, not good news. Here is the biggest part of the problem. They are now requiring for Medicaid work requirements, or what is being deemed community engagement compliance. So there will now be a mandatory work requirement for people who receive Medicaid under the expansion group, or what we call AEG, the adult expansion group. This will be implemented beginning January 2027. Or if Missouri can get a waiver, it'll be pushed off to January 2029. You must first, in order to, how do I say it? Because Pat and I were trying to figure out how to say this, and I apologize. If you're already on AEG Medicaid or expanded Medicaid, and it's time for your recertification, the month prior to your recertification, you're going to have to meet the work requirement so you don't get kicked off. Or if you're just applying for Medicaid for AEG, the month before you apply, you're going to have to work. So a month before application, or if you're already on and you need to do your recertification, you're going to have to go to work. And I'm going to tell you those work requirement, uh, what they require. They're going to be determining your eligibility every 6 months. So if you do not meet the work requirement, you will lose your Medicaid. If you do not meet the work requirement prior to your month of application, you'll be rejected for Medicaid. And the problem that causes is if you lose or are rejected for the work requirement, if you went to the marketplace, you're not going to get premium subsidies. So here's what the work requirement is. They want you to work or volunteer no less than 80 hours a month, or participate in a work program no less than 80 hours a month. It doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a lot, because as we all know, a lot of people on Medicaid expansion, they're staying home, they're taking care of loved ones, they're taking care of grandkids, grandmothers, they're doing other things. Or you can be enrolled in an educational program not less than 80 hours a month. Your income cannot be greater than the minimum wage by 80 hours a month. Seasonal work, monthly, over 6 months. And the state will use their database to look back. So here is a little bit, I have a glimmer of good news. There are exemptions to the work requirement. So the exemptions to the work requirement are parents, guardians, and caretakers for children under the age of 13. So if I'm in the home and I got a 12-year-old, I'm going to be exempt from the work requirement. And this is for Medicaid purposes. Pregnant people are going to be exempt from the work requirement, and people who are going through postpartum care. People who are deemed medically fragile, and that includes people who are blind or disabled, substance abuse disorders, mental impairments, significant physical, intellectual, or developmental disabilities, veterans with disabilities, incarcerated or recently released from incarceration within the last 90 days, entitled to Medicare Part A or B. If you're on Medicare, you should not be enrolled in the marketplace or extended Medicaid. You should be on adult Medicaid for adults with disabilities. If you're on TANF, temporary assistance, and you meet network requirement, you're exempt. And this is one Pat and I just talked about. It's really weird. If you're receiving SNAP or food stamps and you're not exempt from the food stamp work requirement, you could be exempt. We still haven't figured that wording out. If you're participating in drug and alcohol treatment, you're exempt from the work requirement. If you're a former foster care youth. So here's the implementation. This is supposed to take effect January 1, 2027. Um, so we got 2026. This is a good thing, right? Uh, the states can check for compliance more frequently. So normally we're not doing work requirements now, so they can check more frequently than every 6 months. The state of Missouri can request a waiver to delay the work requirements and give us 2 additional years, but the state would have to prove to the federal government that they're in compliance with that. Um, I'll talk about the look back. Um, and the biggest thing is the state is requiring people to stay on Medicaid or to get Medicaid to meet a work requirement. But does the state of Missouri really have the staff to implement it and check that they're doing it? Right? They don't have enough staff now, so I don't see how this is going to work out good. Um, we anticipate a high rate of people losing Medicaid due to procedural errors. Um, One other thing I want to talk about when it comes to the adult expansion group, uh, right now, currently, if I apply for Medicaid in April, let's say April 1st, I can ask for something called prior quarter coverage or retroactive coverage. Excuse me. And what I'm saying is, yes, I'm applying in April, but I have medical bills 3 months prior. So January, February, March, retroactive coverage. Right now, I can apply in April and ask and tell the state I have medical bills for January, February, March, and the state can cover it if I qualify. Well, they're cutting that back from 3 months to 1 month, which would mean a lot of people are going to go into medical debt because they're not going to pay those bills. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand retroactive or prior quarter coverage right now. It's going to cause a bigger hardship and delay and more medical debt for people. And I think I told Pat, it's just not good news. I hate delivering bad news. It's not good news. It's still fluid. Things are still changing every day. Um, if you have questions, I'll do my best to answer it. Um, so thank you. And here's my colleague, Pat.
Thank you. Thank you, Pinky. So my name is Pat Summer. I'm a staff attorney with Legal Services at Eastern Missouri. I'm here to talk about the impact of HR1 on the SNAP program, or what we commonly call food stamps. And much like with Medicaid, it's not great news because there are expansions of like the work requirements and those sorts of things. So I'm just going to go over those with you today. So the biggest change is that we have stricter work requirements. So in previous times, if you were an able-bodied adult without dependents between ages of 18 and 54, you were subject to work requirements. They've now expanded that to age 64. So we're going to get to some exemptions, but that's the basic rule. It used to be if you had an adult or a child under age 18, you were exempt from work requirements. They've lowered that age to 14. So if you have a child 13 or under, you're still exempt from the work requirements. So they've also eliminated exemptions for veterans, people experiencing homelessness, or young people aging out of foster care. So those expanded work requirements are going to wrap a lot of people up. They don't overlap with the Medicaid work requirements, which is something Pinky and I have been trying to navigate because it's very confusing how they overlap. But in any event, that is something that we anticipate is going to be a bit of an issue for people. So the work requirements, I believe it's 20 hours per week, which you can also meet by volunteering. So, Pinky and I have been trying to wrap our heads around ways that we can help people navigate these new rules. And specifically, we've been kind of thinking more about volunteer hours because a lot of you are probably already volunteering in some way, whether you're volunteering through a church or a community organization, maybe you're part of a club like the DFW or American Legion, something like that, where you're already putting in some kind of volunteer hours, maybe at church you're singing with a choir, something like that. So we're looking into ways that we can meet these work requirements. And unfortunately, we don't have a lot of guidance yet from the state of Missouri or from FNS, which is the federal agency that gives us the guidance from the federal government on what the rules are. But as we know more about that, we hope to kind of reach out to community organizations, maybe if you've got a church or a nonprofit or somebody that you work with, and you want to get people volunteer hours, we're happy to work with people on how we can meet those requirements, what paperwork the Department of Social Services will need. So please feel free to reach out to us and we can maybe try to give some guidance on that. So it's not too good. We also, in terms of how this is being implemented in Missouri, if you're currently on SNAP benefits, you probably got a notice with these exemptions in it. It's just a general information notice, even though all their notices kind of look big and scary. But it's something to be mindful of, and just trying to figure out, if you meet one of the exemptions and what we need to do to navigate that system. DSS is going to, these work requirements begin November 1st, 2025, which is very soon. They're not going to check on November 1st. They're not going to run a check on everybody to see if you're working. It's more likely that when you're up for recertification of benefits, probably the month prior is when they're going to be checking for these requirements. So we're just letting people know in advance that this is probably going to be a thing. And if you don't meet one of those exemptions, maybe to start thinking about volunteer hours or work requirements. And like I said, maybe you're already doing that in your community, and maybe it's just a matter of documenting it. So, sure.
Repeat your question, please.
Yeah, so the question is you got a notice from our message from social services that food stamps are going to stop November 1st. Yes. So everybody, yeah, so that's unrelated to HR1, but you're right. It's something that, because of the federal shutdown, there's not currently money for the month of November, which is something that we are struggling with here with legal services. So it would be for everybody, unfortunately, unless they can get things resolved before then. So that's kind of another wrinkle that's not related to HR1, but is still not good. Social Services is still taking applications. So if you are applying for SNAP in October, they should still process that application and give you October benefits. We just don't know a lot about November at this point, and a lot is up in the air, and things like Pinky said, things are changing every day. So a lot is kind of up in the air right now with the SNAP program, or food stamps as we call it. So, yeah, that is something that is coming up, unrelated to HR1, but still very important. So yeah, I think that kind of covers a lot of the changes with SNAP. Like I said, there's a lot that's changing. So Pinky and I will do our best to answer your question, but a lot of times we might have to give the unsatisfying answer that we don't know yet. But please keep in touch. Our information is in some of the packets you've received. So if you need help, please reach out to us, and we will try to help as best we can. Thank you.
Lots of great information from our legal services of Eastern Missouri, and we need to stay in touch with them to get a lot of these questions answered. So don't be shy. Be sure you stop by their table to get all the information you need. Our next presenter is Kevin McKinney, the Executive Director of the St. Louis Association of Community Organizations, also known as SLACO. Let's give Kevin a round of applause. We trying to get it going up here.
Good morning. Good morning. All right, all right, all right. Hey, I'm very happy to be here. My name is Kevin McKinney. I'm the executive director of SLACO. SLACO is the St. Louis Association of Community Organizations. The city of St. Louis has about 79 neighborhoods, and we have 36 of those neighborhoods are members of our organization. We've had as many as 40 of those neighborhoods to be a part of SLACO. SLACO touches about 100,000 people here in the city of St. Louis. That's the membership and people that we actually touch and reach. SLACO's been around for over 45 years now. There's a gentleman by the name of Father Jerry Kleba. Has anybody ever heard of Father Jerry Kleba? Jerry Kleba, he started our organization, and our organization, we work to try to strengthen neighborhoods. We offer training for leadership in those neighborhoods. We also have a after-school program and an out-of-school program that we run. We have a summer camp that we run for our kids as well. And SLACO, as I said, been around for about 45 years now, over 45 years. And Jerry Kleba, he came up with this idea. Give you a brief story. I think I got a little time. There was an apartment complex in the Lewis Place area, and the owner of the apartments never would clean up the grounds. There was trash, paper. It was terrible. And the owner lived in U City. So they tried to get the owner to come up and start cleaning up the grounds and making it nice looking for it was like an 8-family or 12-family apartment building. And he wouldn't do anything. So Jerry Kleba got a truck and they cleaned up all the trash, tires, a big old truckload of stuff. They go to the guy's house in U City. They knock on his door. His wife comes to the door, says he ain't there. Jerry said, wait a minute, I had an appointment. He's not here. So they backed that truck up and dropped all that trash in his yard. He comes running to the door. Wait a minute. Jerry said, well, I didn't think you were here. But this is the trash at the apartment complex that you won't clean up. So now we put it in your yard. And so that guy started cleaning up his apartment building, sending people out. So Jerry and those guys said, if we can do it in this one neighborhood, we can do it in another neighborhood. So they started doing these cleanups and making people be responsible for cleaning up their properties. Then they got involved in developing houses, and they've worked to build over 500 homes here in St. Louis, working with Vatterott and other developers to build affordable housing in St. Louis. So we're very proud to be associated with SLACO. We hope that you will get involved in your neighborhood association. If they're not members of SLACO, let us know and we'll come out and talk to them and give them some reasons why they should be members of SLACO. If they're members of SLACO, we'll work with them to continue to strengthen your neighborhood and do some good things in your neighborhood. That's what we're all about. Now, we got fundraisers and friend raisers. We don't operate off the government. We have fundraisers. Our biggest fundraiser will be in March, where we're going to have our conference. We put together a conference that the license collector has been a part of, as well as the fantastic Greg Daly. His office has been a part of them. They table there, and we'll give some of these other folks some opportunities to table. But that'll be March the 7th. There'll be over 250 people that will be there, and there'll be over 22 different tables where you can get information, and we do that at SLU. Our big deals coming up will be November the 22nd. It's called Blues, Brass, and Sass. We'll have 5 different bands playing blues music, and we have the Sassy Marcia Evans and the Coalition. She'll be part of the Sass, but it's a great opportunity to hear some music, have some fun, good time. That'll be November 22nd at the Dot Zach Theater. We've got some handouts there. And give my partner here, Greg Meyer, give him a hand. He's on our board of directors, and I asked him if he could come out and table with us down here. He says, any time that you need my services, Mr. Executive Director, I'm here for you. So I appreciate Greg coming out, being with us.
At this time, we're going to back up. Jamie Saunders Anglin had technical difficulties, but we got that all cleared away, we think now. So let's go back and hear what Jamie has to tell us. Come on, sweetie. She won't be long, but this is information you need to know.
Back by popular demand. I will be very brief. St. Louis Area Agency on Aging. Next. It's the introduction. All right. As I said earlier, most people know us for our home delivered meal program, but our funding comes from the Older Americans Act, and those are federal dollars. So when we talk about advocacy, as all of the speakers have mentioned, there's a lot going on. So you want to be an advocate for the services and the money to continue. And a lot of that has to do with our stories, how we share our experiences we've had and are able to say if these funds are cut, we won't be able to do the things that we used to do or survive. So next slide. I just talked about that. Nutrition. Okay. We serve over 2,000 clients in the city of St. Louis. So that's probably about 10,000 meals a month or more in the city. And a lot of our service providers are here. And you say, the lady just told us that we ain't going to get no food in November. So I suggest that if you qualify for home delivered meals, Alnita has my brochures. Give us a call and see if you qualify for the home delivered meals. If you do not qualify for home delivered meals, as I mentioned the first time when I came up, we have senior centers who can serve congregate meals. Okay? And I know one senior center for sure, they got some good food over there at Southside. Monarch too. That's because we cook it, is what she said. Next slide. Benefits assistance. As I mentioned earlier, all these speakers, legal services, the pharmacists, Wilma from Medicaid, we can get you connected. You say, oh, all these people came up here and talked. I can't remember our name. I got Wilma's number on speed dial. Beverly Hills Pharmacy, we make referrals to you as well. From Greater Hills, I'm sorry. No, oh, sorry, erase that. Greater Health, we have Legal Services of Eastern Missouri. We have the resources to give that information to you if you call our main number. As I mentioned earlier, we do circuit breaker assistance. We do not do federal tax, but the reason why we do the circuit breakers is so you don't have to pay other, H&R Block or any other places the money to prepare your circuit breaker. We do it at no cost. Transportation. We have 3 senior centers that provide transportation, and one of them is here today. Give a shout out to Northside. They provide transportation. Southside, they provide transportation. Next slide. Some of them have electric cars. I think Wesley House and Robert Fulton, they have a van too as well. So we had a program where we were able to receive electric vehicles. So one of our senior centers has those. I think Northside has city seniors. You guys got electric cars as well. Right. Next slide. Exercise. Anybody here know Sheila Basapamoyo? Yeah, she goes to our senior centers and does Tai Chi, chronic health disease management. Anybody walked a mature mile in Forest Park? every year with us. Yes, we walk a mile around in April in the spring. She gets our seniors out, and you get all kind of medals and snacks for walking a mile. I tried it. I made it halfway around, but and we do chair yoga and matter of balance. Balance is important when you get a certain age, is because you're on different kind of medications and different things that can cause you to lose your balance. So it's good to have good balance. Next slide. Functional needs registry. We just had a natural disaster here in the city of St. Louis on May 16th. And this functional needs registry came into play with reaching out to seniors, asking them if they're okay. As a matter of fact, we're going to have a call, I think, at the end of the month to check on people again. There is a senior, am I saying it right? A senior resource team that we're still working with those who were impacted by the tornado. And of course, you can give us a call to get connected to those services. Next slide. All right, and we talked about some of our partners that are here in the room. Legal Services, Voice is our ombudsman. We have Hope that does our housing. If you're seeking a place to stay, we can hook you up with Hope, and they can do an assessment to find you housing. And Voice, that's the nursing home ombudsman. If you have someone living in a long-term care facility and you think that they may need some services, we can also connect you with those. Next slide. And I talked earlier about SMP, our Senior Medicare Patrol, to help older adults detect fraud, report fraud, and most of all, don't get scammed by a scam artist. Next slide. And there's the 2026 priorities from the silver-haired legislator. They just went down to Jefferson City a couple weeks ago. And those are the new priorities they have for 2026. And I think, Ollie Stewart, are you? Yes. You still a silver hair? Yes, Ollie Stewart can tell you more about joining the silver-haired legislature. Next slide. And- Older Americans Month. Yes, that's in May. This is how you find me. I'm downtown at 1520 Market, and I think the brochures are coming after you have lunch. All right. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day.
So at this time, as we continue with part 2 of the program, before we go any further, let's give our sponsor, license collector Mavis Thompson, a round of applause. Woo, woo, woo. Make some noise for Mavis.
I am Lucinda Frazier. I am the Chief Deputy Recorder of Deeds of the City of St. Louis, and I am also the 14th Ward Committee Woman. So we're here to talk about property. How many of you all are homeowners? Keep your hand raised because I'm going to bring around some information to give you to protect yourself in the future. So those of you all are talking, give me your attention. Thank you. Those of you all are talking, give me your attention. I appreciate it. So Tim Perks is going to talk about all that we have to offer, including birth certificates, death certificates, and marriage license. So he's going to talk about that. Tim Person. Tim. I need you to come up here. I'm gonna do the delivery. So he's gonna talk about all the things that I think you all please listen, because this is very important, especially if you all are homeowners. And if you need birth certificate.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. How was the meal?
Great.
Great. All right. So it's an honor and a privilege to be here. I want to recognize the effort that our distinguished. Oh, we got a mic that moves on its own. That our distinguished license collector, Ms. Mavis Thompson's done. Please give her a round of applause. I'm going to say something that you can all identify with. The number one voter in the country by group are senior citizens, are people over 55 and 60. So when you hear that statistic, you wonder why more elected officials aren't up here trying to make sure you remember their names. So I want you to remember my boss's name, Lucinda boss's name, who's unable to be here. That's Mr. Michael Butler, who is the recorder of deeds for the city of St. Louis. So he thinks enough of you all and respects the efforts that you put in through your years of experience and history that he made sure we had a representative here. So thank you so very much. I will be very, very, very quick. So the recorder of deeds is the official custodian of all real estate transactions in the city of St. Louis. We also provide marriage licenses. By the way, how many people in here want to get married again and again? If you don't want to get married, you're tired of getting married, we're not the person to see. But if you need a record of your marriage and you got married in Missouri, we can help you with that. How many of here in here want a birth certificate, a copy of your birth certificate? Or you think you might be having another baby sometime soon and you want to make sure you get a copy of that? We provide that too. And we also provide death certificates, which we really don't want to talk about, but they're available if you want through our office. And our office has made some extraordinary headway since since Mr. Butler has been recorder. Since we have been in the recorder's office, our workload has increased, our production has increased about 15 to 20%. The revenue to the city has significantly increased, and we have reduced costs. We have made the office more available for you. So you know how most city offices close at 5 o'clock? We stay open to 6 o'clock. So you don't have to leave your job during the day. You can come to us between 5 and 6 on Monday through Friday. And we're open on Saturdays from 9 to 1. So we have taken City Hall to you as opposed to you leaving your job or leaving the comfort of your home. You can also do business with us in your pajamas, in your underwear. All you got to do is on your phone or on your computer, you can access our office and we can provide you with most of the documents you need. So that's really important in terms of accessibility, in terms of making sure your life is easier because we're making your government more accessible to you. Now I want to talk to you about something a little uglier. We know we have bad people in this community and throughout the country. We have people that commit property fraud, people that steal your property right from up under you. You don't have to do anything. They'll come up with a fictitious deed. They'll walk into the office and say, Miss So-and-so has said she's selling her property to me, and they will present it, and by law, we're supposed to take it. However, there are some things, if they don't follow the letter of how you're supposed to file these documents, we can reject those documents. In other cases, if you are registered with what this document that Ms. Frazier, she's somewhere around here, has provided to you, you can register either by calling or going online, register your address. If I come in and decide, hey, I like this piece of property on 6125 South Grand, I'm going to make it my property. As soon as I file something, you'll get an email, text message, or a phone call. That at least helps you stay ahead, because what generally people do when they steal property, they'll steal it today and tomorrow they'll sell it to somebody else. And 2 days later, somebody's knocking on your door saying, hey, this is my house. So when you have this kind of a protection, notification, you can get ahead of the game. All right. So I encourage you, if you don't own a piece of property, but you have kids, you have family, you have relatives that own property, please have them register with this agency. And this is not just a St. Louis City thing. If you live in not East St. Louis, if you live in St. Louis County or the surrounding counties, you can still register your property, and this protects you and your loved ones.
Great information. Yeah, this worked for the city and the county. Next, we're going to have Hannah from Family Care Health Centers. Hannah?
All right, how's everybody doing after lunch?
Good, good.
Are we still awake? 'Cause
Yeah.
I know I can get sleepy after I eat. So I'm Hannah. I'm a community health worker supervisor at Family Care Health Centers. We are a federally qualified health center in South City. We have two primary locations right now. One at in the Holly Hills neighborhood at 401 Holly Hills, and then we have another location at 4352 Manchester Avenue in the Grove. And then we're having another location open up at Grand and Chippewa by the Habitat for Humanity Restore. That'll be opening up hopefully next spring. So the purpose of a federally qualified health center, we are a safety net for people who are uninsured or underinsured. So how many people have a primary care doctor that they see regularly? Okay, that's a good number. All right. So if you don't have a primary care provider and are looking for services, let us know. If you are not in the South City area and want to stay somewhere closer, there are other FQHCs in North City, Care Health, Affinia Healthcare, and Betty Jean Kerr. Those are also federally qualified health centers, so we offer the same services. We also have people that help with applying for Medicaid, food stamps, TANF, all those good things that the state typically provides. And right now we are, Miss Wilma, who is on our board back there, and Miss Casey from MoShip, they let me know that at our Carondelet location, the Holly Hills location, it's about a 3-week waiting period for new patients. So you can get in fairly quickly. We also have interpreters if you know of anybody who speaks a language other than English, so we can have someone come in and interpret the appointment. What makes us unique is that we have an integrated healthcare system, and so not only do we have primary care services, we also have women's health and OBGYN services. So if you have a daughter, granddaughter, niece, cousin, friend that is having a baby or thinking about family planning stuff, we can help with that. We also see pediatric patients. We offer WIC and nutrition and lactation consultation for new moms. We have dental services at both of our locations, and then we have a pharmacy at our Holly Hills location. And then we have behavioral health to help with any mental health issues. We have behavioral health consultants, so kind of like therapists, but more of a short-term care plan model. We have optometry at our Carondelet location, and that's in partnership with UMSL and the St. Louis College of Optometry, and they provide primary care eye services, including comprehensive examinations if anybody needs an eye appointment. If you're uninsured or underinsured, or your insurance has you pay really high copays, we have a sliding fee scale. And so what that does is, depending on your income, will help set how much you would pay for a doctor's visit. So if you make a certain amount and you fall within a certain category, you could get your medical care almost fully covered at no cost. Can't guarantee no cost, but it can get pretty affordable. We also have a community health team. And what we do as community health workers is we help connect our patients and community members to different resources in the area. So definitely connecting patients to Greater Health. All of our senior centers, we try and partner with you guys as well. And then any other resources, we try to help connect people to as much as we can. I know kind of the topic of the conversation today has been around things that are going to be getting cut or ending. So we can't always guarantee success, but we can absolutely help people walk through the process of trying to find those things. Let's see, what else? Also with our integrated healthcare model, if someone comes in for a primary care doctor appointment, they can also see one of our behavioral health consultants. They can see someone in community health. They can schedule an appointment for dental or optometry. So we try and make sure that while people are there, they're getting all the services that they need. We also have a pharmacy at our Carondelet location. I think I said that, but if not, there it is. Miss Wilma, am I forgetting anything? She offered help, and I'm going to take it now.
Lord, Lord.
Hi, Wilma Schmitz again, and thank you, Hannah. I'm putting on my other hat. I'm a member of the Board of Directors of Family Care Health Centers, and we are going to open our new facility in May of next year. Now we have an emphasis on senior health. We know that there are seniors that are in the community that aren't being heard by their primary care physician or their team. If you are looking for a health care home and you're a senior, please give us a call. We will get you in to see one of our providers. And the chief medical officer actually is a geriatrician. That means that he likes and has been trained to work with older adults. So I encourage you to, one, give us a call, and two, get to know who we are because we're right down the street and we're here to serve, and our funds have not been cut yet. So we want to have people come in. Thank you.
So somebody asked if you have to be a city resident in order to establish care. The answer is no. We see anybody in the St. Louis city area, county. We have people in Franklin and Jefferson County. So if you need a doctor, we can help you no matter where you're at. Yep, I got a card for you. And I've got myself and then my coworker Audrey in the back corner. We have business cards if you need our contact information. We also have our brochure that has all of the services that we offer and also the main contact number if you don't want one of our numbers. So thank you guys.
Very good information. Thank you so much, Hannah. And now we will hear from the fire department, firefighter Niehaus from the St. Louis Fire Department. Make some noise for the firefighters. Yeah.
Thank you for having us. We're here. We got at our table. We have some fire safety information that we think is important for you guys, and we'd appreciate if you guys come up and take a look. Ask us any questions when you come up. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it true that you guys install free smoke detectors?
We do. You have
And
to
how
call.
would I get on that list?
The best way to do it is to go on our website and get the phone number. Just call. I would say, I think I have the number right, 533-3406. But going to our website is probably the best way to do it. St. Louis City Fire Department. Or you can call Captain Mosby and he'll get them in for you. Is that good?
Yes. And what about smoke detectors?
That's the same thing.
The same-
Yes,
all of
yes,
that's the same?
yes.
Smoke detectors.
Smoke detectors, carbon
carbon
monoxide, everything. And we'll come in and install them, but you have to do that through headquarters first.
Thank you.
All right?
And then do you do any type of CPR training?
I don't have that information. I'm
Thank
just
you.
a firefighter. All right, thank you guys.
Well, don't say just the firefighter. That's important. We need our firefighters, don't we? Absolutely. Our next vendor spotlight is put on the Employment Connection, and this Mr. Calvin Burks. Mr. Calvin Burks. Come on, honey, with some news. This says Employment Connection. Gainfully employed people pay their bills. And if you've got a connection, we need to know it, especially for our young folk. Get these grandbabies out of our pockets and on somebody's payroll.
That is a very good point because I am with Employment Connection. We're a proud member of United Way, and I am the I am the senior services coordinator. And the point she made is that although I deal with seniors, most of these seniors out here, like she said, we have some young person in our pocket that could use a job. And Employment Connection is the premier job depot for jobs for young people. So check that out. But I'm here to talk about the services that we provide. Employment Connection provides free grass and snow removal for 75 seniors, and 20 of them are over 80, our oldest one being 95. And in addition to that, we try to find them and hook them up with other resources that will help them remain in their houses. And just today, by attending this symposium, I learned there's funds available to help some of our seniors stay in their homes that are behind in their taxes. That's an important thing to me because we have 6 or 7 seniors that have that issue. And so what we do at Employment Connection is we provide our seniors with any kind of resources. I go out and find them. Employment Connection has some of them. Sometimes people contact us about services that we have, and then we provide them to our senior services so that they can stay in their house. That's what we do. And if you have any questions about the senior program or Employment Connection, I'm right here at this table. Have a great day.
Now, Mr. Burks, that was good information. Well, I don't have any more vendors to spotlight, but we do have an alderwoman in the city of St. Louis that I dearly, dearly love. And we all know her because whenever you see her, she's a step above the rest. She makes a statement and she's just as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside. Alderwoman Shamim Hubbard, it's time for you to come and introduce yourself. Say what you want to say about your ward. And you know I love you to pieces.
I love her more. And I actually was just coming to be of support. My name is Shameen Clark Hubbard. I humbly serve as Alder Lady in the 10th Ward in the city of St. Louis. So that's from the furthest southwest point of Clayton Road and Skinker to the furthest northeast point of Martin Luther King and Taylor, including the entire Forest Park. But the most important thing today, as I look around this room, not only do I have constituents, I also have business owners. I'm proudly Greater Health Inc.'s Alder Lady too. He is in, Dr. Marcus is in other 10th Ward, so I claim him from sunup to sundown. And not only do I represent him, he represents me because I switched all of my personal prescriptions to Greater Health Inc. I don't know about y'all, but I know how God works, and it was no coincidence that that other place that was on Union and Page closed the same day Greater Health Inc. opened in the 10th Ward. So talk about a ram in the bush for that community, okay? And I know he's continued to be a blessing. And of course, the Honorable Mavis Thompson is just a blessing to be in connection with her and the work that she does. So anytime she's having something, I don't have to say a word. I just want to be here to be in support and presence and just know that if she ever needs me or if anybody ever needs me, I'm going to come running. Thank you.
She is Miss Sunshine all the way. Well, I am done. I thank you for allowing me to serve as your MC for today. I look forward to this, Mavis and our like sisters, and of course, Miss Ollie Stewart. I mean, a legend in your own right, a living legend right here. And to all of you for coming, I hope you enjoyed yourself.